So we're asking the question, using the Charger. Yes, I said the Charger. Effectively. Using the Charger effectively in Battletech. And the Charger, I've been looking at saying, what are my, it's going to originally be top 5. Then, of course, there's too many favorite toys in Battletech. Top 10, top 15. I think we're up to top 20. I'm capping it at 20. So I'm going to push out using effectively insert mech name, exploring my top 20 favorite mechs, asking myself the question, turning it over to you guys for feedback, analysis, flames, whatever. Let's build a checklist on how to use these mechs effectively. Let's position ourselves so the next game we play, we throw down these mechs. We're just dominating. I mean, that's kind of the plan, the enthusiasm that I want to bring to this. And the Charger was interesting because initially it wasn't one of my favorite mechs, and there's a lot of toys we got to get on the table. I originally bought it as part of a Lance for the lulz. And we're talking stock. We're not talking about the refit, which gives it an autocannon 20 and some medium lasers, and turns it into a rather effective assault class mech. We're talking about stock. We're talking about the one with all the small lasers on it. I bought it for the lulz because I thought to myself, if I beat you down with a Charger and I send you into the ranks of the dispossessed with a Charger, that's worth the price of admission. The chance to do that and to laugh at that story if we can do that. And quickly the Charger became something interesting, became something unique. So that's what we want to explore. Tactically, the way I use the Charger, I use it as an outflanker. I use it in some of the similar ways to a Jenner, but it's more up close. And it's not a lot of battle value. If you look at the Charger, speed versus armor versus weapons, okay, you've got the small lasers. But it is pretty fast for the tonnage. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a heavy assault recon mech. That tonnage, that speed versus that tonnage versus close combat is where it shines. So how do we bring that on the table? Now, yes, it's modified a little bit by mission, modified a little bit by terrain, but I have my Lance, and then I got my Charger, or I have my battle group with my tanks, and then I have my Charger. 99% of the time, I don't run a mech unsupported. I don't send one mech out there to do something because I want to squeeze the most battle value and have overlapping lanes of fire and be able to exploit dice advantages. If we're moving forward and I happen to get an early lucky headshot that takes the momentum, shifts you on the defensive, I want to have the maximum battle value pointing your way. I mean, crazy things happen in Battletech all the time. Absolutely. But the Charger, that's part of the lulz. I'm going to put that Charger on the side. I'm going to advance aggressively with my main battle group because I want to lock you down. I want to force you to commit your toys to my toys. Charger's going to run. It's going to outflank. It's going to hang out. By the time it arrives, now it's not like Locust speed, but by the time it arrives, it's going to get there pretty fast into your back ranks. And I'm going to try and get as close as I can and engage in physical combat. The power of the Charger is that as I outflank, if you take a couple of shots, okay, so I'm running with my Jenner to outflank, and you take an LRM carrier or two, you point it in my direction, you fire it off. Yes, you might need 10s or higher. You might need 12s to hit. If you hit that, if you have two LRM 20 carriers, that's 20, 40, 60, 20, 40, 60 missiles coming at me. If you hit and it's my Jenner, you might cripple it, take it out. The Charger has the armor to shrug it off. Charger's like, yeah, whatever. Shrugs it off. So you're not going to be able to kind of drive me away unless you commit significant mech forces or vehicle forces to that. And if you do that, I'll engage you for the lulz. For the battle value of the Charger, which is low, you've now pulled off a segment of your battle group, and my main battle group is going in, guns blazing, aggressive, hostile, fast, mobile, moving forward. If you don't directly engage, you can't drive it off. Now, if I get into your back ranks, if I get into your deployment zone, maybe those are LRM carriers back there, maybe I catch your main battle group, I'm going to be punching you. I'm going to be slamming you. I'm going to be charging at you with that charger. And I have the physical, I have the armor to absorb shots back. We're not talking about like, I ran up there with my light mech or my medium, which I'll try to do, and I get rear armor or I get rear punching. You could fire off some shots. You could drive me away. You could destroy me. Charger, lucky hits aside. Lucky hits happen all the time in Battletech. You're not driving me off very easy. I've got a lot of armor on that thing. And I'm going to punch you. 1 in 6 chance, backed by the tonnage, to hit you in the head. I'm going to kick you. I'm going to be slamming you. What quickly turned out to be the lulls for that effect turned out to be like, hey, this is pretty effective for low battle value. It is, but it's a very, 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 very unique situation. And while I have multiples of different mechs, I can run 2 Warhammers, I can run 2 Battle Masters, I can run 4 Javelins, I sometimes do. I only have 1 charger. I'm not running 4 chargers. It is very much a one and done, very, very specific in my mind type of mech.